Hello, I'm Bethany from Bethany Wellness. Join me for this Flowing into Nature yoga class. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this Flowing into Nature yoga class. Obviously, I'm spending this class in nature, so I hope you're able to join me in that. If you have a backyard or a park, a favorite place outside, please feel free to join me outdoors. If not, you can still practice inside and just absorb my surroundings. So, have you ever noticed how you feel in nature? You just feel really peaceful. You feel kind of just exploring the space around you, noticing the ebb and flow of the energy in nature, the animals, the water, the trees. It just really brings a sense of peace, a sense of happiness. So that's what this class is about today, just celebrating nature and just finding a flow with it. So let's begin in a seated pose. Come to either hero's pose or cross-legged pose, whichever is comfortable for you. And bring hands to heart center. Taking some breath here, settling into a breathing pattern that is slow and calm and steady. Often I refer to thinking of a pattern like an ocean wave, just the sound of the waves coming in and out. Imagine your breath doing the same. Let's begin our class with gratitude for nature, just being grateful for the things that God has made, the way that we can connect to it, the way that it brings a sense of peace and calm to our mind, our body, our spirit. And if you're indoors today, just think of your favorite place and try to imagine that you're there, whether it's a beach, a lake, a river, just spending time in the mountains, whatever it is for you. Imagine your favorite place in nature. And if you're blessed enough to be able to practice in nature today, just begin to notice the sounds. Notice the feeling of the air, the flow of the air. Anything around you, just the trees, the scenery and the feeling, just absorb it in right now. And give thanks for it. Give thanks for your day, a new day. And inhale, rise arms up, gaze up to fingers. Exhale, trace your breath down. Palms rotate down, elbows out to sides, slowly tracing the breath down in front. Again, inhale, rise arms up. Exhale, slowly trace the breath down. Go a little slower than your breath might want to go, just taking time. And again, inhale, rise arms up, gaze up. Exhale, slowly trace the breath down. Good, then arms by sides, shoulders away from ears. Bring arms out to a T. Inhale, draw the arms back a little bit, lengthening through the spine, gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, tuck and round into cat. Bring the arms in front, tuck chin to chest, palms come towards each other. Inhale, open and expand, cow pose. Exhale, tuck and round. So find your own flow here with your breath and your movement. Thinking about just connecting the two brings a nice sense of fluidity. Feels nice and smooth. Grounding you down into this moment. Good. Then slowly come back into your seated pose, arms by sides. Let's just give them a little shimmy, a little shake here. Good. And come into the long edges of your mat and bring your left leg out, connecting the left foot, toes face forward. And here you're using your right knee for support. You can have hands connected to the mat here. Gate pose. You can stay right here. Or you can slowly walk hands up to the hips and hold here, or you can bring hands to heart center. One final option would be reaching the arms high, only if you feel stable enough to do so. Then exhale into a side bend for your gait. So lots of variations here, lots of options. Meet yourself where you're at without judgment, just being in your body, being grateful for this time, for this day. Inhale back to center. Connect hands to heart center if they're not there already. Then slowly release the hands down to the mat. Tuck that leg in and switch sides. So bringing the right leg out. Connect your right toes, your right foot. Explore here what's going to work for your gait. So hands can stay on the mat. Hands can walk up to the hips. Staying lifted here. Hands can be at heart center. One final option if you'd like. Arms rise up on your inhale. Exhale into that side bend for your gait. Steady breath. Inhale back to center, both arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center, couple breaths here. Then release the hands down, tuck that leg in, and rotate into table. In the center here, exhale, side cat to the right. Sway your hips to the right, nice and gently. And just explore that space in the hip, in the back, in the thigh. Inhale to center, exhale, side cat to the left. Inhale back to center, exhale again to the right. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Good. And come back to center. Inhale, right leg to the front. Exhale, left leg back, balancing table. Keep your left hip rotated down, activating the core. If you'd like, you can stay right here. If you'd like support, you can bring big toe to touch. Or you can take one-handed tiger, bringing your right hand to your left foot and hold here. Come back into balancing table if you weren't there already. Then release, tabletop. Other side, left arm to the front, right leg back, balancing table. Pick your variation that works for you. Honor your body. Big toe can touch for support. Right hip dials down. Option to take one-handed tiger if you'd like. Connect left hand to right foot. Steady breath. Come back to balancing table if you weren't there already. Then release, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Sink hips to heels. Bring your forehead to rest. Finding the surrender in this pose. Letting go of anything that's interfering with you being present here. Absorb the nature around you if you're outdoors. Think of your favorite spot in nature if you're indoors. And enliven all your senses. Notice what you see, notice what you hear, notice what you touch. Probably can't think of anything to taste at this moment in nature. Notice your smells. Noticing any of the nice smells in the air. Hopefully they're nice smells. Sometimes there's stinky smells in nature too. Then inhale, rise up into table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Let your head hang heavy. Give your head a nod, yes and no. Your legs can be as bent as you would like, or you can straighten them out and just kind of hang those arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw hands to shins. Flatten your back. Draw shoulder blades together. Bring arms out to a T. Rise all the way up with a flat back. Extended mountain, arms overhead. Connect hands at heart center. Good. Release arms down by sides. Then rotate to the wide edges of your mat. Shooting star. Bring the weight into the left foot. Left arm lifts high. Then lift your right leg up, and you can choose here if you'd like big toe to touch for support in your shooting star. That's perfectly fine. Or if you'd like to lift the right leg up and flex the toes for your shooting star. Steady breath. You can also have a chair for support. And slowly release out of your shooting star. Shake your legs, shake your feet, bear swing. Another option here with your bear swings is to let your fists, kind of make fists, and let them just gently pat or knock on your back. Just a little bit of that gentle massage on the back muscles. I think it feels kind of nice. You could even do a little more pressure with that knock if you'd like. If any of you practice Qigong, you'll know this is kind of one of those, what do they call it? Knocking on the door of life or something like that. It feels really good. Good, then come back to center. Switching sides for shooting star. The weight comes into the right foot, right arm reaches high. Left leg reaches out, big toe can touch for support, or you can lift the foot up and flex the toes. Couple more breaths. And slowly release out of your shooting star. Shake your legs, shake your arms, bear swing. That feels good. Just take a nice deep breath here. And then let's connect to butterfly pose, sitting on your mat. Connecting the soles of your feet. You can choose here if you'd like the soles of your feet scooted out a little bit, or if you'd like to scoot them in a little closer. You can give your feet a little massage. Mine always are needing a little TLC. Good, and let's just close our eyes. Settling in here to a nice breathing pattern. Thinking of the 3-part breath. Fill up your belly first, then the middle of your chest, then all the way up underneath your collarbones. Pause for a moment before you exhale. And as you exhale, empty all 3 parts. And with your eyes closed, think of your favorite place in nature, or if you're already in nature, absorb and notice the sounds, the smells, anything that you can just sense around you. Open your senses. Sometimes we go through our day ignoring or closing off or not even noticing the surroundings. So just be in the surroundings of nature. Whether it's using your imagination because you're practicing indoors, or whether it's actually being outside and absorbing everything you hear. Even if it's urban sounds, maybe you're hearing lawnmowers and cars, just notice. Be connected to nature. Couple more breaths. Good, and taking some nice deep breaths. You can kind of bring your legs up if you'd like from your butterfly pose. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Flowing into Nature yoga class. Let's end with Namaste. The teacher me honors the teacher in you. Namaste. Be well.